Hi, second grade. I sent home a piece of paper with you, and after you're done with your self-portrait, okay, you're under the sea, you're gonna go ahead, finish coloring it. If you have watercolors, do the background. If you do not, you can just use crayons or colored pencils and finish that up. And what I wanted to then do is just something extra with you to kind of review some colors and also think about how we can use lines and shapes to create a piece of art. And so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to create a chameleon. And so my chameleon is going to be a lot of lines that will then make shapes, and then I want to even think about color theory, so different groups of colors. So on my paper I have it the horizontal way, the wide way in front of me, and in the middle I'm going to be creating my chameleon. So to start, I'm going to begin with the head, and I'm going to make a line, and then a curved line down, and then I'm going to connect those. Okay, so there's my chameleon's head, and you can go ahead and give your chameleon a cute little eye. And mine kind of looks a little sleepy here, so I'm going to make it a little bigger there. And I can also give that chameleon a round, curly, spiral tongue. So I didn't know if you knew this, but chameleons have to have live food living on their habitat. So they are very quick with that tongue to grab things that come their way. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a curved hump line for the body. And I'm going to connect those together. All right. And then I want to create that curly tail. So we were at PetSmart one day, and we were very intrigued with the chameleons. We thought they were so amazing. So his tail, again, a spiral. But what I want to now think about is how I can't color that in. So if I come in and repeat that, I now have an area where I can add color. So knowing that chameleons like to change their colors according to their surroundings, it's the way they protect themselves, I'm gonna give my chameleon a little bit of decorating here. So I'm going around with some lines, creating a nice pattern, and my chameleon needs some feet. All right, and then I'm going to use another horizontal line to make sure my chameleon is sitting on a branch. And if you want, you could create some swirls and spirals to give the tree a texture. Okay, a lot of words we're using. Texture, pattern, lines, shape, all of these things are very important. And I'm going to give some leaves. When I make leaves, I think of them almost like a football shape. It looks like a football. Obviously, it depends on the type of tree, but for this, I think this is a great leaf for my chameleon to be sitting on. All right, and if you want, you can give it some decoration as far as a cute sun if you want. So this isn't a realistic picture, this is just more incorporating lines and colors. So what I did is I grabbed some of my markers, and what I would encourage you to do is create two different groups. So I'm trying to figure out how my paper should go here. So two different groups. So I am going to make a group of all of my cool colors. So cool colors are going to be colors like blues, greens, and violets, things that might make you think of snow or ice or the grass when it's really crisp and wet, right? And then the opposite would be my warm colors. So my warm colors are going to be pinks and purple, or sorry, pinks, I'm totally misspeaking, please forgive me. So pinks, oranges, reds. Okay, so I actually did all of mine in groups. So that belongs over here. All right, so I have a nice assortment. These colors, browns, blacks, grays, and peach, this could probably go in the warm, but I'm gonna keep that more in my neutral. These colors are not going to fit in either of those. So even peach, I'm gonna keep that over here with my neutral. So what I want to encourage you to do is choose only warm colors or only cool colors for the body, and then the opposite for the tail. So to show you, Since I made all these lines, I'm going to take my time and create a nice pattern of warm colors. So if you notice, I'm working one shape at a time. So I actually have two different orange colors. One's a tiger orange, a little bit deeper of an orange, and then that one's a little bit brighter. So I've used all the colors I have here, and then I can repeat them. So think of my pattern. This will actually help you see my two oranges that are different. If you don't have as many color options, that's fine. You might even just be using orange, yellow, and red. But warm colors, hot like the sun. Okay, think about how oranges grow in warm locations. Flowers need to be warm to grow, right? So I have my warm colors, and then I can think about my tail. I'm actually going to keep my green for my head. I'm thinking that's, so I have two different, like one is royal purple, one is regular violet. I can put them next to each other just to see. And they're slightly different, but I think moving on, I will try to keep them a little more apart. So I'm going to do purples, blues, and turquoise over here. All right, so once again, working on my pattern all the way around. Now after you get the tail done, then I want to encourage you to think about the leaves, the branch, the head. I was thinking with the head, I'm going to use one green for my head of my chameleon and then one for the leaves. So I think this bright green would be fun. So I'm going to outline it nicely with my Sharpie, or my marker. And then I can go in. I like to create lines when I'm using markers, so then it adds another element and component to a really nice finished piece of art. I can do the leaves, I'll come back. I forgot my feet too. I think I'm going to make the feet match the head. So hopefully this is something that can encourage your creativity, that will help you review the warm and cool colors, and also be a fun finished product to enjoy. So enjoy the process in creating. You could even, I mean, you could get really creative and make a whole family of chameleons, depending on the time you have. But these are great exercises to help your art growth. Drop my marker here. Keep going in here. All right, so I will continue working on this and I will show you my finished chameleon. So I hope you enjoy. Have fun.